Maradona, lo marcan dos, pisa la pelota Maradona, arranca por la derecha el genio del fútbol mundial, y es el tercero a tocar para Borruchaga, siempre Maradona, genio,
Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ballchat Podcast World Cup Final Recap. My name is Benton, along with the family. Come on, wait. We can't see, come on, there. We can't see you. Come on, we know some of us can't hear you. Where you there?
You can't see me. You see me in my Argentina jersey. Nice try.
Yeah, but we don't see you on screen. Junior, how you doing, family?
I'm good at all. You're still coming too low. Can you hear me now?
You sound a bit. You sound a bit. I would say, like you have something in your throat there, sir. You need to clear your throat.
Is that true? Is that true, come on?
I can hear you clearly. Can you see me?
Let me see it because I didn't see a while ago.
Hold on, there. Junior, can you see me, Junior?
In Zoom, yeah, but I think Benton
So Benton is the problem because
yes,
I can't hear you clearly and you can't see me.
I'm the problem. I'm about to fix it right now. I'm the problem. I'm fixing it right now. Football family, just bear with me 1 second because we cannot go without having the Argentinian fan in our fancy jersey on our phone and play around. This means we cannot go without it. All right. So, bear with me 1 second because you don't know it's not every day Messi win World Cup. So, in fact, it's...
I share. Hit the share button right now. Just share it up.
Yeah, so we can see you all. In fact, you know what? All of you in your Argentina jersey, 100% on screen. No, come on, how you doing, family?
I am well, sir. Can you see me now?
Yeah, you're bright. You're in your jersey. Your Gladbach boss, big up to BM. Come on, how things still over Argentina side? How things look?
Yo, lively, perky. I mean, out of respect for the goat, I don't want to cook any goat for Sunday dinner.
Yo, big up to my brother Talis, who said that the first Sunday I'm going to eat curry goat for breakfast.
I hope the suit no wrinkle. The suit that was worn to the funeral no wrinkle.
Big up to Kerry James. Kerry James, I'm tired. Come on now, 100%. I'm tired of him. And BM says, well deserved. Junior, you ready for talk? No, talk up for yourself, Junior. How you feeling over the side? Which our side is upon?
All is well on this side, sir. I am happy for Messi. Well deserved. Well deserved.
Well deserved. Football family, really appreciate you joining us. We're going to take the time and take a look at the World Cup final. A whole heap of emotions I'm going through right now. Them say me had the salt one, me a burn out Messi, but overall is a baller, and he has finally won this elusive prize. Champions of the world, Argentina. This is from the Argentina official Twitter handle. The man could have generated a better image still. But come on, early reading on the game. We'll take a look at different parts of the game, some of the coaching decisions. But overall, I mean, put the emotions aside and your thoughts on the game itself and this victory.
You remember yesterday we talked about the formation, right? And then we also talked about Scaloni's ability to adjust, which we saw where he adjusted today. I have to say this, right? I don't know if he's a betting man or what, but I think a genius move that he made was to bring back Di Maria. Remember, him and Di Maria had a big blowout and him get banned from the squad or whatever. The fact that they kissed and made up and he brought Di Maria in. And I'm telling you, this was one of Di Maria's best tournaments in a long time. He was very instrumental in getting us, through the group stage. Then he got injured and he really had a good game today. I have some player rankings later that I am going to pass out. But I think Scaloni's ability to adjust and adapt kind of helped us. Today was so shaky. I had to get up and go lie on my bed when Mbappe scored the second goal because I'm like, when my friends and my message me and say, you win it, blah blah blah. It's just that we're just never sure. And see there. But I do think that Argentina managed their game well. And I also think that they figured if they took it to penalties, they would actually have the advantage. Because to me, they have the better goalkeeper. We love him. We love the Tottenham goalkeeper, but he can be like a weekend when he's ready. So Martinez has shown that he has been a solid goalkeeper. And so, I think Argentina wanted to get it out of the line, over the line. Plus that last save, that one-on-one save where Martinez saved Argentina, it just was just a master stroke. So I think Argentina adjusted well. Some of the subs them, like Acuna not supposed to see Argentina feel ever, ever, ever again. It was just not good enough. But I think he managed the game well with the players that he has because I don't think his bench was deep enough, like France's bench. So, hats off to him for adjusting.
We'll speak about France and the decision making and coach. Both coaches post match presser. 3-3 at the end of extra time. Biggs engineer. Argentina converted their 4 PKs. Kingsley Coman and Tushimani both missed theirs. Kylian Mbappe, Kili, scored his along with Colo. The man himself, Colo. Junior, your thoughts on the final? And brother, it almost seems like it was written in the stars for Argentina and Messi.
I think it was the best game of football.
Junior, speak up, brother. We can't hear you, man.
Come on. Can you hear me? Come on.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, we don't know what going Benton thing, but I think people. Let me know if they can hear me good. BM, Kerry, let me know if am I audible? Am I audible enough on your end? Well, I think it was the best game of football I have seen ever. It was the best game of football ever. Not only as a neutral, I can't imagine the emotions that an Argentinian fan went through. I cannot imagine the emotions a French fan went through. But I think it was the best game of football I have ever seen. From an X's and O's perspective, there were from an X's and O's perspective, there were some mistakes that were made. I respect. I'm gonna turn up here, sir.
Thank you. Now you are much clearer.
Lord of mercy.
So you believe Kerry, but you don't believe me. Because they say you need to turn. I mean, there was a Messi one, they look at trophy, brother, and you don't really want to talk loud and make people hear. Talk the microphone, man. I'm to you, man.
All right.
I bet to say if it was Cristiano Ronaldo that won, your microphone would be high, loud.
You speak out that buffle. You speak out that buffle right there if it was Ronaldo. But it's the best game of football I've ever seen. And for it to be the best game of football, you had to have some mistakes. I think both coaches made some mistakes, and that add to the intrigue of the game.
Come on, all right. We want to go into the details of the game. First half, Argentina up 2-0. Didier Deschamps spoke to the press, which is unusual for him. Spoke to French media at halftime. And he said, basically to paraphrase, our players did not show up. And he's going to have a talk and have aggressive talk to them. We got ran off the field in that first half. He made 2 subs in the 41st minute. He dragged off your Barcelona baller, Ousmane Dembele, and he dragged off Olivier Giroud. Come on. Your assessment of the first half for France. It was just, what did Argentina do so well and France did so poorly in that first half?
I think Argentina took it to them, right? The midfield was where I think the game was won and lost for Argentina. And for France, they were not, putting their best foot forward. Again, Di Maria had so much time to do whatever he wanted to do on the wing. Dembele, he had a little bit of movement, but he was limited. I think he was shut down for most of the game. But Argentina midfield, and somebody texted me and said, you know what? I think you guys have it and whatever. I said, no, I think Argentina is going so hard that in the second half, I think they're going to be a little bit tired. And you could see where they were completely gassed because they were taking the game to France. So I think France had no answers to the wave of attack. I think Mbappe, the first shot on goal was in the 71st minute, if I'm not mistaken. So that shows you that they were limited. Remember, say Argentina backline are really that great, but they clogged the midfield and they did not allow France to kind of roam and play on the wing. And I think that was the reason why Argentina, they were able to kind of control the game in the first half, going into the second half.
Junior, looking at the game itself, the first half, your takeaway from the first half. Jules Koundé was really exposed by old foot Di Maria. And Dembele, first and foremost, you thought that was a penalty?
Yes, it was a penalty. It was a soft penalty, but it was a penalty.
Soft or hard? You would give it?
Pause on that. But yeah, I would give the penalty.
Okay.
But football is so simple. I think this game, I think both coaches showed their inexperience or lack of coaching adjustments. I see it a little bit different than how Cabon said, and I'm pretty sure I see it different than how you see Benton. But everything coincided with France getting a foothold in the game when Di Maria was substituted. There was nothing else that happened in the game other than Di Maria get taken off and France somehow got a way back into the game. And if you sit down and analyze it and say, all right, how did that happen? Both France and Argentina are left side, are one side dominant. France is left side dominant. Argentina is right side dominant because Messi kind of veered to the right. That's why yesterday I said Acuna would have been a key player because I expected Acuna to play over Di Maria on the left wing. And I expected Acuna to have acres of space. The master stroke, like Cabonsa, which I agree with 100%, is put Di Maria on the left wing and look for France and say, pick your poison. You're either going to give Di Maria the space or you're going angle your side towards Messi side. And what did France do? France said, Deschamps said, yo, I trust Koundé versus Di Maria 1-on-1. We will angle Messi on the right side. And Di Maria never see that much space since he leave Real Madrid. That's the most space him see on a wing, right? And Deschamps come up, make two substitutions. Obviously, he had to take off Dembele because Dembele was gave up the penalty and was tracking back well enough. But even after the substitution, Di Maria was still having a field day upon the left wing. So we can't say the substitution by Deschamps made a difference. So when Scaloni take off Di Maria, the field kind of tilted back and balanced out. And then Mbappe now could have had his chances to run because now Koundé was more comfortable playing by himself on the right wing. And I could argue that Dembele could have been a better player if Acuna didn't start, Dembele would have had more effect on the game. But because Di Maria was there, it exposed Dembele and his weakness coming back on defense. That's just a game in a nutshell, in my opinion.
Come on, Junior said could argue that that if Acuna, you agree with them that Dembele could probably have a better game. I mean, Dembele is probably one of the bugs of this World Cup. He is yet to show up and have not delivered anything on that right side for France.
I don't know. To be honest, we will say woulda, coulda, shoulda. Based on his performance over this entire World Cup, I don't think he would have made a difference. I really don't. I expect more from Ben Dembele because we've seen him play, and I don't know if he wants to retire because this man just seems like he is not interested in playing. He just was not keen on doing his job today. So I don't know. To be honest, it's very hard to say with Dembele. He's hit or miss. Either he has a good game or a bad game. Not no in between.
Yo, family, send on your comments, send on your comments, send on your thoughts on the game. Alex said, boy, somebody can't tell, come on, take off your jersey. World Cup, don't know.
Reggie said, ill football lovers, sad my France lost, but this was a match for the ages, and Messi can finally completely quiet all the critics who think he needed a World Cup win. Also, Emi Martinez was the man of the match.
Last night in our pre-game show, we discussed that midfield, and we talked at length about you have young players on both sides step into this big stage, right? You have the Tuchemania of the world who played at Real Madrid, and you have the Enzo Martinez, another young player. But and McAllister, Cameroon definitely highlighted McAllister. But that Argentinian midfielders, the young, I mean, those dogs or pit bulls or whatever you want, they were so aggressive in hustling Rabiot and Tuchemani, and you couldn't give Griezmann the time to do what he wanted to do. So my question to you is this: with the lack of impact from Griezmann, does that negate anything that France was going to do going forward?
I think it's the way that he was deployed. And for me personally, I don't want to put the blame on Griezmann. I'm going to put the blame solely at the feet of Deschamps. And Rabiot...
So what would you do differently, though?
Rabiot, I mean, the change that had happened, I would have put Camavinga for Rabiot, personally. And the reason why is Griezmann is not going to come back in that harness nest and get the ball, right? Because when you think about a midfielder or a link man, when they're at Jamaica, I would say you play a central link or right link, right? Griezmann is not playing as a link. Griezmann is playing as a center forward. That was how he was deployed. Rabiot is the player that was supposed to link the midfield or Tuchemani and the forward line, right? Rabiot wanted nothing to do with that Argentinian midfield. He had no problem tracking back, playing defense. But this was a game where you want a brother to hold the ball, take the ball from the defensive midfield and drive at DePaul and the Argentinian defenders. And nobody did that for the whole game. In my opinion, that's where the whole 120 minutes, there was no change in the midfield. Argentina played like a pack of rabid dogs around Messi, hunting the ball, while Tuchemani and Rabiot did enough to protect Varane and company and try for stem the tide. But there was no general link up in the midfield from both sides. Messi, when him get the ball high up, him show him class. But there was nobody in the midfield who said, yo, give me the ball and let me just control the pace of the game. The midfields, to me, cancel themselves, in my opinion.
Come on, Kiev chime in on that one, the absence of Antoine Griezmann, a player that Deschamps like in that number 10 role to kind of connect with Olivier Giroud or whomever on the left or right.
Griezmann did not have a good game. You know, I at one point I forgot that he was on the pitch. I think Argentina played a 4-3-1-2. If I'm not mistaken, there are two strikers today, different from everything that we talked about yesterday. That show you that you don't listen to Ballchat. Well, anyway, I just think, Griezmann was like on an island today. There was nothing that worked for him. I think at one point he was dropping back to get the ball to go forward. He was trying to dish it out, but it was just not enough. I don't agree that the two midfield cancel each other out. I think today Argentina was just a little bit better, a little bit more compact, and that kind of keep the French players at bay. As I said, for you to have the first shot on target in the 71st or 70 something minute, it speaks well about how tight I think Argentina's midfield was. And Griezmann just did not get the opportunity to even play well today. I think he was just an ordinary player, actually pedestrian today, if we have to talk the truth.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's take a look at the respective coaches' final thoughts and their assessment on the game. As Coloni, I thought last night coming into the game, I gave the slight edge to Didier Deschamps in terms of his experience. He's won World Cup both as a player and as a coach. All right. Does the injuries and the flu have anything to what happened to France today?
No.
Does the illness over the week affecting the squad have anything to do with what happened today? All right. Scaloni says that Messi can play till whenever. I mean, the number 10 is reserved for him. He said that, you know what, he wished Maradona was here. But overall, Scaloni was the man who did the right things today. And your assessment on Scaloni's role, I mean, nothing else. I guess he won the World Cup. So your final assessment on the job that Scaloni did at this tournament from Argentina. Come on.
As I said, I like the fact that even though the pressure was on him, because if you follow the Argentina news, there was no money. They couldn't get a world-class coach. I know you get this player who didn't win what Copa, but he has not really managed that team at a major event. So I thought, and I think Junior said that Deschamps was the one who didn't have any pressure at all. So for you to have not the best team, I still don't think that Argentina has the best team in the entire World Cup. The bench not even that great. You have 1 and 2 players that are really good. So for you as the youngest player in the World Cup to come in and manage the egos and you manage this team that really relies on one person, the scrutiny, the pressure, and you managed it well enough to win the World Cup. I just think it speaks a lot about his character. And I know that a ton of people or big teams are going to want him to come and coach their team. So I just thought overall he did a good job. Even when they lost to Saudi Arabia, I mean, he didn't panic. His post-game, interview was not one of panic. He did not pull a Jose Moreno out there about if I speak, I'm in trouble. I mean, he just went about his business quietly. He got the job done. So, I mean, I am really impressed as a young, because he's a young coach.
Man, stop a long talking. I'm going to see our coach's side, all right?
But that's a way to say it. Like,
girl on Bush, but this, that, and the other. Stop a long talking.
All him do is stay out of the way, right?
Well, he played well. Guess what? And he did that well. He stayed out of Messi's way well, and he played his role well. Because some coaches can't stay out of them.
This is true.
You can't kill him because him win the World Cup, right?
No, you cannot. Of course.
So we're not going to nitpick. I won't nitpick. However, there is something to be said. All right, Messi. Like we say in the chat, Messi won the World Cup for him and Argentina. It was not his Argentinian teammates did this win one for the general before he retire or go out there and fight. No, Messi won the World Cup. And on 2 occasions in this World Cup, Messi brought them to win and just needed help to get over the line. And them almost dash it with 2 times. Them dash it away in the first game against Saudi Arabia. Because we seem to forget. Anybody who watched the Saudi Arabia game knows that it was more luck. And Saudi Arabia just scored 2 world-class goals out of nothing and them win. Argentina missed a million chances against Saudi Arabia. Have about 4 offside goals. So before Saudi Arabia scored 1, it could have been 4-love. And them dash for the game in the end. Them come up against Netherlands leading 2-0. Them lucky. Messi probably should have never been on the field in the 80th minute against Netherlands. He should have been take off Messi, go lock shop. And them dash with the 2-love lead. come up against France. Up 2-0 again in the 88th minute. And you dash it with again. Messi must sit down there and say to himself, Jesus Christ, what me for do? we carry the game, go 2-0. But the backside, you don't go out there and play sensible. Coach, what the hell you do? Why you take off Di Maria far? I go put on Acuna. What is a baseball player?
But I thought last night you said Acuna a big baller.
No. I did not say Acuna is a big baller.
Okay.
Yesterday. No. Check the tape.
Hold on there. Make up in the mind, you know.
No.
If Messi is the coach, Messi can fair ask Colony what him do. I must Messi tell him for them to take off Di Maria. Make up your mind.
You're mad? You know, all right. You see how funny it is? Because anyhow Argentina did lose, and it's a big if. We would be sitting here killing Scaloni if we're taking off Di Maria. So let's be fair. When Di Maria sit up on the bench and the amount of time Di Maria ball, let me tell you something. It's when you're a trained dog have the same back. But if you're a dog owner, you know you have a hungry back, you know you have a angry back, and you know you have a sleepy back. Same as so if you're a Spanish man, you have different type of crying. When Di Maria cried the first time, I kill the man who I kill Scaloni. When he cried the second time, I kiss him or kiss Messi. Trust me.
Let's look at the French side. Big up J. Rose. J. Rose said that he thought, what did J. say? J. said, what a set of people them wicked. On French team, Griezmann played the best in the first half. And
why, Jim, don't know which game you watch?
No, I mean, it's just a different shot. And the main reason, maybe the expectations for us and Griezmann and Gia is just for Griezmann just different. I mean,
it makes a good cross, still.
You know, I mean, I think
but he's good at that. We know that Griezmann can ping the ball anywhere on the pitch. But the last game, for me, Griezmann had a man of the match game, the last game that he played. And then to come to this, it was like, you know, what's going on? So.
Didier Deschamps, his tournament, this is it. He said he will speak with the FA, the French FA. You don't know, so you always get these questions. Word is that Zidane might be the man next lined up. But, I mean, a World Cup winner, as a player and as a coach, Didier Deschamps' tournament and tenure with this French team. I mean, he said he felt like at the post-match, he felt like his team did not turn up to that. He said his players did not turn up. And I don't disagree with him on this one. When I was putting together the notes for the show and doing the research and just looking through the game and the tape, I could easily pick so many Argentinian players who were stepping up. Enzo Fernandez, McAllister was huge in that midfield. Emi Martinez in the PK. Emi Martinez with a huge save on Marcus Thuram. On the French side of things, it was hard to find one player outside of Kylian Mbappe that I said was ready for the fight today. I looked defensively, I looked in midfield. Junior, you make up a face. Identify one French player out of Kylian Mbappe that was outstanding.
No, is that all right?
One. No, give me no excuse. I said one French player.
Benton. Identify one French player outside of Kylian Mbappe that has been outstanding the whole World Cup.
Griezmann
has been outstanding. Giroud has been outstanding.
Griezmann gives spurts.
Giroud, no, but you asked for one. Come on, say one. Giroud has been outstanding. Tuchel has been outstanding in that midfield. Rabiot has been outstanding in that midfield.
Rabiot played one good game.
No, but Junior, in order to win the World Cup final, here again, I want to repeat what I say. Messi was a general in the ball game. But when you look through the list of Argentinian players who showed up, Enzo Fernandez, McAllister, Emi Martinez, even Julian Alvarez, the runs that he made and constantly, you know, come see you shake your head off and want to pop off your head. The runs that he made and constantly harassed Upamecano and Varane was instrumental. On the French side of things, is no joke why them only have them first shot in the 70-odd minutes. Because Kylian Mbappe just say, you know what? me just going to try see if this backside game. Nobody
All right.
else.
So remind me.
Yes.
Argentina win 4-love or 4-1?
No, it went on penalty.
So why are we praising players with dash a 2-love lead at 88 minutes? But
No,
sorry, no.
But Junior.
No, Benton, no.
No, wait. Yeah, the reason why we are praising the players because they first had that lead. We discussed the preview of the show and we said, which team is the deeper team? Which team has the more talent? In fact, last night you said on this preview show, when you take off Messi off Argentina is a bug side. Did you not say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so all right. So when you look on the talent on France side compared to Argentina, what you saw is that French players outside of Kylian Mbappe, and the coach said that. The day Deschamps said at the post-match, nobody not show up. Kylian Mbappe single-handedly wanted to win this game, whereas no man, Tuchemani lost, Marcus Thuram missed sitter. Dembele, them still can't find him. Whereas for Argentina, the role players showed up. I just my way to see it, man, because we can celebrate Messi all we want, but we have to acknowledge that Enzo Fernandez, McAllister, Emi Martinez, those players, Di Maria, those players were instrumental in Argentina having this success. Whereas we can't find a French player outside of Kylian Mbappe who showed up today. It's
a collective effort from the French team for come back and draw the game. I don't understand giving them a pass for throwing away a 2-love lead twice.
Yeah, but
and we're going to say, you want me to sit on yourself and celebrate the man and then turn a blind eye to a side we find it in a 10 minutes for draw the game and then find it in the 120th minute for draw the game again. It's not Mbappe alone. If Mbappe, all right, one thing Mbappe showed me is that he's lethal. He's very lethal. Give him a chance, he's going to bust your net, right? Mbappe proved that to me. There were moments in the game when I feel Deschamps, I put it this way, Zidane look on the side right now, I'm probably going to recommend to Griezmann, say, brother, I might be time you move on, because you have some dog with up on the bench, what should have played earlier in the game today. Because when them man come on, the game completely changed. We were questioning why Giroud get taken off. But we can look at it now and say, well, it's a different dynamic with Thuram and Colo come on the field. Kingsley Coman come out there and change the pace of the game. So you ask about Argentina, them show a fight. The team, the midfield show a fight and a will around Messi. France showed why they are a deep squad, in my opinion. Can't downplay it. You can't downplay it. Dashing with a 2-love league. He's a coach.
Can't downplay it. Can't definitely. Rather, he and Scaloni a big stop. The foolishness, this. Is my side, this coach fears out those who was playing by name and club. 2, he created a team that is built around a strength on breaking up players. 3, team is built around creating on the counter. And he said 6 to 8 opportunities per game will be good enough to challenge all teams. Big coach this, the boss. Reggie says France played great this World Cup, but today they were standing around for 70 plus minutes like someone volunteered them for digging their own graves or something. So wait, them dig their own graves and then have to come out that.
But what happened? Yeah. This is a question. What happened in the 70 plus minutes? What changed?
No, but the subs that you mentioned, Marcus Thuram was huge. Di Maria also coming off the field. So part of it was a collective. Scaloni make some decision thinking same a lap shop. Big up to Chef, do it. Because the Chef I say, yo, why am I lap shop so early? But Scaloni made some decisions, whereas no, Deschamps and France was doing, let me go win the ball game. And we could try get back into the game. So there was a collective of effort. I will say Colo was good, but again, the deeper team, in my looking at these two teams, France is the deeper squad and the bigger ballers, but the bigger ballers just not forward today. And outside of Kylian Mbappe. And in fact, at the end, when they were going into extra time or going to PKs, Didier Deschamps was having a heated conversation with Marcus Thuram because he was one-on-one with Emi Martinez, was a huge save. And I think Didier Deschamps said to him, brother, I'm going to score the box cover goal so we can go
No, that was before. That was midway. That was halfway. That was after the first half of stoppage time.
After the first half of stoppage time.
And it wasn't. And I think it was because it wasn't passing the ball.
Yeah.
Because there were moments when take on about 3 or 4 defenders like out of nowhere and lose the ball. I think that's what.
Kerry just brought up an important point. And in fact, we mentioned this earlier. Like France, Kylian Mbappe, the Argentinian coach employed the England treatment of Kylian Mbappe for a while in this game. They boxed him in unlimited space, so he couldn't flex a muscle. So when he got the opportunity to move inside and start doing what I mean, it's just big up to France, big up to Argentina, big up to France who left it out on the field. But overall, Deschamps, his tenure is coming to an end. Your final analysis and assessment on this brother run in charge of France. Come on.
I think that France will be disappointed that they did not win back-to-back. I think they may want to change him. What may save him was that he had his stars injured, right? You have the Pogba, the Kante, the Big Ben injured. So, he basically went in with a young kind of squad. So that would probably play into the decision. But I think he may want to step aside. Maybe it was just too much for him. But I would be okay with him staying on for the next run to the World Cup. But I would definitely understand if France decide that this is the end of the road for you, brother.
I think Zidane is already primed and ready to go.
I'm primed and ready to go.
And one thing, I'm telling you something, what is Deschamps' legacy? Deschamps' legacy to me, because I don't think we're giving this France generation the respect it deserves. This French generation is a true golden generation, and we have seen so many coaches failed with golden generations before. And this Deschamps' legacy is going to be, I got a golden generation and I was successful with them. Him win a World Cup, him win a Euros, now him dash a Euros against Portugal, and him dash a World Cup against Messi, right? But it's still a golden generation, and him can say, if I had Portugal golden generation with Figo and company, we win. If I had Belgium's golden generation, we win something, because he has proven that him can get the best out of them.
Yeah, man. Big up to Didier Deschamps. It's not easy to win these tournaments. Big up to win Euros and World Cup. Let's bear a thought and salute the one and only before we get to Messi. Let's bear a thought and salute the one and only one, Mr. Kylian Mbappe. Come on. Kylian Mbappe became the 5th player to score 2 in 2 separate World Cup finals. Vava in 58 and 62, Pele in 58 and 70, Brett 9, 74 and 82, Zidane 98 and 2006. What a player, come on. Golden Boot winner. Why, I can't say enough. Wax lyrically about Killy before you talk about. You know what, last night you make a talk about Killy. And Junior almost run through the computer at you. So come on, take this moment and pull back them talk about he's a what she say?
A good
enough player.
He's a good enough player.
Hey, listen. Also, don't forget that he's the 2nd player in history to score a hat-trick in the final of a World Cup. I think an England striker named Geoff Hurst, I think his last name is 1960 something. If I'm not right. So to do all of that at the age of 23 is really outstanding. Granted, he was missing for at least 70 minutes of the game today, but that's what a baller do. You change the game, you put it on the top of his head at the drop of a hat. So I think the future looks bright if if Mbappe can harness his talent, I don't think, and if you watch him play, I don't think he realizes his potential. When I talk just the speed, because the speed alone can't, because they can run left the ball and whatever. But when you watch him play, I think there's more that is beneath the surface for this young man. And I think if he scratches the surface, if he brings out his true potential, I think the future of football will be bright. Yet, we need a rivalry, right? We thought it was going to be Mbappe and Neymar, but it's not any, it's not anymore. I don't know if Neymar is ever going to be the person that we expect him to be. But after Lionel Messi and after Cristiano Ronaldo, who do we have as competitors, as two great football rivals who they're friendly with each other, but on the pitch they compete to see who is the better football player? I don't know. I can see Mbappe as one, but I don't know who the next one will be for the future. But as I said, the France team will be good going forward, and Mbappe, is one for the future.
Why you have Junior and stitches over there make up his face again?
Hey, it could be like you don't know the Viking.
No, we're not gonna touch the one there. We're gonna leave it Viking.
Could be like, come on, just a box, and just a sense of box. Come on. The greatest thing for FIFA that FIFA has done is expanded the World Cup field, because you know who is going to be at the next World Cup? Guaranteed. Erling Haaland will be at the World Cup. I think it's a goal yet.
So wait, I think that's a Jamaica, but continue.
Jamaica. Just hope that Jamaica don't play against Norway. That's all I'm gonna say. So listen.
Junior,
so you're saying that the next rivalry is Mbappe versus Haaland?
It's clear as day.
Yeah,
yes.
It's like something that's trending.
It's
like
I don't know, but you know how I feel about Haaland. But continue.
Come
on, we have to save some energy for Messi. We have to save because we need your Messi commentary later on. Junior,
listen.
Get to Mbappe now. We don't say
Killy is 23 years old and almost won a back-to-back World Cup at 23 years old. He has 3 more World Cup in his legs if he stay healthy. He's not in his prime. Arguably, he won't be in his prime next World Cup. Next World Cup might be when he's entering his prime. Me say Mbappe scored some rotted goal, but could have been some easy goals. And one thing, you see the penalty when Messi take? The penalty when Lloris, because anybody would know how them training penalty kickers now. When they step up to the ball, if the keeper lean one way, it's a stare down contest. And what Messi did is stare down Lloris, and Lloris tried to trick Messi by hopping left and come back right? But look at how easy Messi roll that ball into the goal. And look at Mbappe's 3 penalties. It's like him say, it's like youthful ignorance. I'm going to kick it the same way, I'm going to kick it hard. Right? So that gap in taking a penalty, the skill of taking a penalty that Mbappe hasn't acquired as yet. When you say Messi can save him energy in him 30 or much whole heap legs, and then Mbappe right now run like wild ass. When Mbappe learned,
wild ass start there now.
Well, it kind of up for the player that we're talking about, but that's a whole other conversation. All right, but when Mbappe learned, and I think the key now for Mbappe is he need a coach that him respect. Because if me and Mbappe, nobody can talk to me about football. Today, at 23 years old, everything I want in a life, but don't get already. So which coach can come in now and motivate him and challenge him? Which coach can come in now and say, Mbappe, you score a hat-trick in the final now, but you could have done better. That's what I'm about, man. I'm boxing in face.
Back Zidane.
That's why him need somebody in respect.
Because Zidane head putting blows and scared to
Listen me. On a little Messiites where I run on and I talk about Messi is the greatest of all time. Listen me. when I talk about Messi are the greatest of all time, or just keep that seat there warm here. Kind of 4 years we're gonna revisit that conversation.
The brother, yeah. Brother, I will be win Champions League in the meantime.
Oh, but come on now. So that's where the conversation switch. Because just like how Messi needed a World Cup title, what we're going to say, Mbappe need a Champions League. Well, guess what?
I mean, the same thing for the goat and the same thing for the kid.
So, all right, so take out Mbappe. Remove Mbappe out of PSG and put him at Real Madrid with Vinicius Jr. What happened next year?
I mean, but it didn't happen. It did not happen. So until it happens, then we can talk. It needs to win a Champions League. But now dispute the youth is a baller, you know.
Hey, Benton, the goal was the heavy.
The goal, I mean, them man just go and let them one dash
run. Look here, I'm not busy with them because my baller win World Cup today. So I can't always go run up and down one little baby kid. On a goat kid.
But big up to Kylian Mbappe, Golden Boot winner. Prime Minister said France never showed up till late. Everybody on the field was chasing shadows. Tempo was too high. Killy and Colo did their job. Rabiot looked like a player who was sick all week. Prime Minister also said, mad to see Argentina dance around the pitch and don't see a French player putting in a crunching tackle. It's like they're all too nice. And Hugo Lloris is a fraud. Before a penalty kick tech, you know he wasn't going to see him not one. Kiss me teeth. And speaking of Hugo Lloris and fraud, I have to big up the man himself, Mr. Emi Martinez, Aston Villa's own. This youth has been a revelation, come on. Golden Glove, what a World Cup for this youth. Your thoughts on the best keeper at the World Cup?
2 games this man should have gotten man of the match. I want to lick Messi over him every the red cup. Because Emi Martinez really showed that he belonged. One of the best saves for me was the last kick in the extra. There's the second half of the extra time today, where he spread.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one-on-one. I mean, like the only thing that the striker saw was the white of the goalkeeper eyes, and still he managed to save that. And I like the foolishness when carry on with. You know, I think he's having fun at the World Cup. But I do think he was the best goalkeeper. I think the Poland goalkeeper was second. Bono, I think his name was. Second best goalkeeper.
Poland goalkeeper play for Juventus. Junior, what name?
No, not
Don't set me up like that. Don't set me up like that.
I don't let go. Dana can't say Matthew.
The S name in brother.
No, not him. Not Chesney, but the other one named Croatia's goalkeeper. Bono, no. Morocco goalkeeper, Bono. I'm sorry, yes. But, you know, but I think Martinez really deserves all the accolades that he has received because he really saved Argentina 2 games. I think he saved them, the Netherlands game and now versus France.
Junior, Emi Martinez. Have anything to say? I mean,
the only thing extra I have to say is when we watch Martinez play, you have to tell you who remind me of. I'm gonna pull that name out of our hat right now that only true football fans gonna remember. We remember a goalkeeper named Thomas Ravelli.
Yes, remember Ravelli.
From Sweden.
Yes.
Him remind me of Ravelli. Like him remind me of Ravelli, and him also remind me of Guy Cachia.
Okay.
In an Argentinian kind of way. And him it's that the spirit of Guy Cachia just came out of him. Yo, trust me.
But yesterday I talk about spirit of Maradona, spirit of everybody.
But just about to say, you think of Maradona Duppy alone in a run while? Guy Cachia not dead yet, and the bad Duppy still there for the field.
He also have the trash talking, the cojones of the youth Chilivert, Jose Luis Chilivert.
No. Chilivert was
Chilivert
more.
used to chat a lot. Talk a lot.
But Chilivert was more. It was more a 9 though. Martinez is more fun going. That's why I say Ravelli.
It's more a 9. It works well when Martinez go score when they must see them. Wait till them start score for him and him start get a 9. We could not conclude the show without saluting the Duppy, the one and only who guided this trophy over the line. Come on, you're the Argentinian fan, but please outline the role and the impact of the one, Mr. Diego Armando Maradona.
Cut it out. Cut out.
we soon
Listen.
get to Messi. We are giving shout outs to those who need it. Maradona right now, even Kun Aguero might get a shout out, but
Shout out to Maradona today in the group when me say somebody needs some of Diego Maradona special sauce. I don't know. I don't know if he got it. Listen, I want to tell you this. I want a friend love me like how Aguero love Messi. I mean, they were roommates the entire time them play, and them say just to make Messi comfy, they make Aguero be roommate.
yeah.
But me not carry Messi for my neck. Me don't know where I want to Aguero in. But I really like the fact that everybody thinks that this was Messi's year, was destined for him. If Maradona Duppy want to run up and down and and give the hype, I guess what was the game? The Netherlands game when Messi was supposed to get the second
Second
yellow
yellow.
card for the red.
Yeah.
So maybe he was trying to impersonate a Maradona or duplicate what Maradona was doing. But I do think that this should put the argument at rest that Messi is the best player. No. Because we can't discount Pele.
No. That is playing, right? That is playing.
Maradona, yes. So he's the best player that is playing right now.
Yeah. No, a man can talk to. Now him can step forward and have a serious conversation with the general, the Duppy. Junior, how your thoughts on the elevation of Messi now to the statue of the level of Maradona in Argentina football folklore? Is he on that level for you now with Maradona?
He's finally a generation of Argentinians get to say, I got to see the greatest footballer ever play live. Let me just put it that way. There's a generation of kids, there's a generation out there now that can say, I never saw Maradona play, I never saw Pele play, but I saw Messi play, and he's the greatest footballer I've ever seen play.
Yeah. So
and we can leave it at that.
Yeah.
One is the greatest of his time. And me know not our Messi, well, me not give the punchline Messi yet. But them can say that, and Maradona fans can look at the Messi fans and say, we'll give you that one there. We'll make you hold that one there. Because him do something, and let me say it again. Maradona win a Buck Up World Cup.
All right, Buck Up or not, it's still a World Cup. So, come on, your favorite player in your number 10 jersey. He finally got to touch the trophy. Kissed it as he picked up the best player at the tournament. The one and only Lionel Andres Messi. World Cup winner. Finally. Come on. The floor is yours.
Listen, I don't want your soul to anything bad. Yesterday, I am for everybody watching football. But the once in a 4-year football watchers who come out and get the microphone stuck in their face and they ask them, which team are you bringing? And you open your mouth and you say, I am bringing France because I don't like Messi. Like, you say on TV, like that's just ridiculous. What is there not to like? I mean, he's a great person on and off the pitch, right? Today I watched him on FS1 after the ceremony. People were coming up to him, hugging him. I mean, like he took the time to take selfie with the kids, them hug everybody, talk to everybody. So I mean, like, if you like a good story, and I think we're going to see this story about Messi on Netflix real soon, or Amazon Prime. But if you really like a feel-good story, Messi is one of those stories that you really have to pay attention to. So this was well-deserved. He never gave up. I mean, like, all the times that he tried fell short. He just never gave up. like that he said that he's not going to retire right now. He wants to continue playing for Argentina as a World Cup winner, which is good. Which we don't know if they're going to do the double when you hit. But I am really happy that he got his wish. I just, I'm very happy for Di Maria as well. It's about Messi, but Di Maria is my underrated footballer. So it was good for Messi, happy for him. He has nothing else to prove. I think he has won everything. The only thing him now win is what Nations League. But
Yeah, I've got to win Nations League now, because you
Nations League
can't be good and win Nations League.
and get invited to come play the World Cup. I mean, like those are the things that he needs to come win. And somebody says now he needs to announce that he's coming to Inter Miami. So then he needs to come win MLS. So they're gonna move it and say, if you don't win MLS, how can he be the GOAT? But I am really happy that he got an opportunity today, and the team helped him over the finish line.
Yeah, Junior, before you chime in, who watches youth for years? Who watches youth for years? I mean, from the youth level at Barcelona to where he's at right now. The failures in Copa Americas, two Copa Americas failures, two or three finals he went to, and he lost before he won last year. The failure in 2014, I will never forget Messi 1-on-1 with Manuel Neuer, and 9 times out of 10 you expect Messi to score those chances, and he missed it in 2014. But the youth today was like, we will not lose this ball game. And the personality that he displayed throughout this World Cup, the tenacity, the commitment, the fight, it was Maradona-esque. And I'm not try to throw no dirt on him. It's a youth that is more truly well deserved. He did an interview a few years ago, and he talked about his kids, and he talked about his son Mateo. And he said Mateo is a troll. Mateo must say 10 or 8 years old or whatever. And he says Mateo is a troll when they play football. And Mateo, whenever they play a game, Mateo always take a team that beat him. He said, Mateo pretends that he's Liverpool in the 4-0 beating. He says Mateo pretend I am Chile in the game against Argentina in the Copa America. And so here now Mateo can't pretend in France to beat him, because now he's a World Cup winner. And he truly deserves this. This youth left it all on the grass for them, man. Big up, big up, big up. Junior?
Yo, and this is coming from a Cristiano Ronaldo fan. I'm saying it earlier. Messi single-handedly won the World Cup. When years from now, people are going to show the big bad French side and show the baller them what them have, and say Messi with him old legs score in a overtime. Messi find a way for pull Argentina over the line. I am a Cristiano Ronaldo fan true and true. I prefer Cristiano Ronaldo as a footballer, but Messi is head and shoulders above Cristiano Ronaldo. We can say that openly. We will fight for that. Messi show himself as truly the great. I always say it's 1A and 1B, and I will say this too, and we don't just have to believe me. If France had won the penalty shootout, I would have been saying the same thing. Messi, you don't need a penalty shootout win after you're done, kick your penalty and score for we to come back now and celebrate it. No, you're done celebrating already. Now we're celebrating your team for what the team has done. But before that, you are head and shoulders above Cristiano Ronaldo. There's no more conversation about who is the better footballer and blah, blah, blah. It's done. Done. The man take the World Cup by himself with an idiot side.
Come on. Final thoughts on this World Cup. Big up Jason. Jason said, not my baller, but argument done. Undisputed GOAT. Really not a GOAT talk with the Messi, but on your, from your point of view, final assessment on this World Cup.
we said it yesterday. I think this has been one of the best World Cups I have seen. I said earlier that I wish the next World Cup would be in December and Junior pluck me back and remind me that Boston is one of those states that will one of those cities that will have the World Cup game. So Boston in December is a no. I think it was good. I have a son, Chaz, who completely hates everything that is sports related. And he came home one day to say, you know what, we watched the World Cup in game, like in class. Like we had a conversation. So now he passed, he saw it was tired. He could say that it was, so he watched it and it was like a little coming together moment for the players, for some of the kids who really don't watch football. So I liked it. People were home to see it. It was fun. The ups, and I think the best thing that could have happened to this World Cup was Saudi Arabia beating Argentina. I think the biggest upset that the first game was the biggest upset in the World Cup. I think it propelled the World Cup to be one of the great ones because we were worried about Argentina having to win or being knocked out. So Poland came in, Canada was a great debutant. So it was a very good World Cup where we enjoyed it and we were actually taught or reminded that football is round and it don't sleep on nobody's yard.
Junior, your final thoughts on this World Cup, family. Jason Frame said this team played for Messi. This World Cup, they wanted it for him more than for Argentina. I want, Cameron alluded to this earlier. I want to really highlight how is all Argentinian rivals. We have some brethren who are Brazilians, who are Brazil, born, grew, live in Brazil. And they wanted Argentina and Messi. They wanted Messi to win a World Cup. And when you hear a man from Brazil make them talk there, you must know that there's something special about this youth. But Junior, your final thoughts on this World Cup, family? And we have to wait 4 more years again for this again.
I think James Frame says the best World Cup ever, best finals ever. Yeah, it's the best final I've ever seen. But that Italy, Brazil, it wasn't a final. The Paolo Rossi one, it wasn't a final. Sorry. 82 one. But for me, but questioning, all right, is the most competitive World Cup I've ever seen, right? Because even when Spain beat up Costa Rica 7-0 or 7-1, Costa Rica come back and make the group actually play out to be the group of death, right? So it is one of the most parity-filled World Cup. I'm living in the know and say it's the best World Cup ever, but I have to sit down and question, is it because one is an unconventional World Cup? And for me personally, my expectation was so low because of the storyline behind Qatar. Is that the reason why I am so excited for how the World Cup culminated, right? But kind of buckle with that a little bit. But if I was to live in the know, I would say it is one of the best World Cup. It's the best World Cup I've ever seen. The closest I can think of is 1990. But apart from that, is probably one of the best World Cups I've ever seen.
Yeah, we can. I mean, I know the final, erase a lot of our memories because some of we old and thing. But we have to big up Morocco. What Morocco did in this World Cup, outstanding. I mean, to make it this far, and big up Japan. Japan beating Germany and Spain in the same World Cup. So we have to big up. Karamu says, what is this goat thing mean? I mean,
but you know what though? You know what? Let me sure. Let me put a point out here.
Jason Frame says, stop go around it. Either name a better World Cup or just admit it's the best.
No, but that's the thing, Jason. The thing is this. Every World Cup you point to a player that had a breakout in that tournament, right? You cannot look at this World Cup and point to a player that had a breakout. You had the Michael Owen World Cup, right? You can't point to a player that had a Michael Owen World Cup. I think you had so many players that had their moments in this World Cup. Early it was Gakpo, right? But if you sit down and think and say to yourself, Jano, who in this World Cup make money, single-handedly make money coming out and make it say,
Yeah, man. Enzo Fernandez is supposed to make some money.
No, but he's one
Alvarez.
of...
Yeah,
Alvarez is supposed to make some money.
None of them really have a James Rodriguez even kind of a breakout. Right.
So you see, BM said this Qatar World Cup is similar to 2002. I don't think so. Because 2002 World Cup coming in, we said Brazil are going to win it. Coming out, we said Brazil are going to win it. 2002, that the World Cup, no, BM. It hard. Because 2002 was Brazil right through. Nobody expected Brazil.
Speaking of Brazil, biggest disappointment of this World Cup for now.
Yes.
Come on. Who is the biggest disappointment of the World Cup?
Brazil. For me, Brazil. I mean, Spain is a close second because Brazil is loaded. I think if you sit and you think about it, Brazil have one of the best rosters out there. I mean, like every position is basically covered. And up to when them leave out, Richarlison had the best goal of the tournament. So for Brazil to go out, and you know what, I'm not telling you what I'm to Brazil. They got the Neymar effect, which is the cockiness. Because at some point, they were just like Spain, like they're playing like, we're just here not to get fined. You know? So Brazil was they took the foot off the gas and they got penalized. So for me, I think Brazil was the biggest disappointment. Neymar with him swelling, them rushing, them give him special sauce, and him run come back and it never worked.
Junior over there shaking her head. She have a right for her own disappointment, you know. Junior, biggest disappointment of this World Cup for your family. And family, send in your biggest disappointment. Wayne says Brazil is the biggest disappointment. Overconfident is what killed them. And BM says, no, Junior. Remember, Brazil almost didn't make the... Oh, that was at the different... Biggest World Cup, biggest disappointment, Joseph Frame says Ghana. Yes, we all forget about them bots.
Hold on. BM, 2002 World Cup, Ronaldo was scored coming in and the man them say, Ronaldo, oh you not score? What did Ronaldo say? I'm saving my goals for the World Cup. World Cup done at that point. as for the people who want to say Brazil, listen to me.
Your biggest disappointment, don't worry about what the people want to say.
How about backside Germany? How is the German roster different than Brazil roster?
Brazil a big side. Brazil a big side.
Which big side? All right,
German roster star was Kai Havertz.
And German roster star was 90 years old, Mr. Thomas Muller.
Well, a 90-year-old just win World Cup single-handedly with him team. So stop it. Listen,
step away from the mad puss.
The Brazilian haters out there, the realists out there know this Brazil side. What me telling them before World Cup start, Brazil have a chance.
Yes. Yeah, you did.
Telling them, everybody, Brazil is loaded. Well, guess what? Brazil has not played one game this World Cup where the loaded team show up. When Costa Rica lose 7-0 to Spain, everybody sit on there and say, yo, can't wait for Brazil to play the perfect game. Well, guess what? We're still a wait. This Brazil team is 4 years away. That's what they are. That's your Neymar. Neymar done.
So your biggest disappointment is Germany.
Germany, of course.
Karamuz says biggest disappointment is Belgium.
Why that one they close, Tino? That one they close.
No, but how Belgium for biggest disappointment? Well, we all know that Belgium was a weak side, a soft soap team coming in.
Kerry said they are loaded. Brazil is loaded, but I'm telling you guys this from
you are alone. Jamaica shut down, Trenchtown locked down, Harborview roundabout closed, airport shut down. Them almost named Jamaica, Brazil, FC. I don't know what you're talking about. Richardson, right off the spot.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Was I right or wrong? One question, one answer.
In between.
I was right.
We don't want to say right.
The shade outside of the line, sir.
Listen. All right. last thing ever in Brazil. I say this all the time. You cannot win a World Cup without a true general. No team win a World Cup out there where you look and said, yo, that team that slipped through and win the World Cup. If Brazil had won the World Cup, Neymar would have to have a Messi-like World Cup. And we will be sitting here saying, yo, Neymar really grew up, Neymar really showed up this World Cup. Neymar has not matched the hype behind him name coming into this World Cup. He hasn't matched the hype. There's a lot of hype. That's why I'm telling you, Brazil had no chance. Belgium, on the other hand,
Junior, come on. Yeah, drink mad puss piss. We think Belgium was a big disappointment. Well said, Jason Frame says, I don't want to come on, Lee mention Brazil. Enjoy victory, but love Brazil. Leave Brazil alone.
Is Junior bring it up, sir? And we have to touch on it because what Junior is saying is ridiculous. Brazil was expected to win the World Cup.
No,
they were expected to win the World Cup. The Brazilian fans that I know expected. They went out and they bought new. They never got a China man go buy the jersey. Them go buy the new expensive $139 jersey because it was going to Brazil. Are you alone as a Brazilian fan thinks that Brazil wasn't going to win?
All right.
Can't say so no.
So question.
Yeah, go ahead, Junior.
The great Brazil teams, right? You have R9, Ronaldo. You have Romario and Bebeto. You have Zico to a lesser extent. Then you have the great Pele, right? Where was Brazil's Ronaldo? Listen, forget about the canary yellow shirt. Forget about it. Forget about the hype behind the number 10 shirt. Forget about the samba dancing. Forget about it. Look at this Brazil side and tell me a baller what them have that is going to come out there and win a game on him own. Be very honest. You want us to
be very honest, or you want us to tell us the answer you want to hear?
Be very honest. You don't have to give me the answer we want here.
In fact, when Brazil got eliminated from the World Cup, you said, how is Tishi, this mad brother? I interject the Tishi comment. You said, why Tishi taking out Vinicius Jr. for? Leave Vinny on the field. So you're telling me, we have seen Vinny won games at Real Madrid. We are telling me that Vinny cannot win a game?
You see which Vinny win game? Mr. Vinny, I have seen the Benz win game at Real Madrid. Mr. Vinny, all right. Karim Benzema is a true number 9. Karim Benzema is a number 9 that Brazil want. Want me to tell you something? As good as Richarlison play, if Brazil had Fred, not the idiot Fred who played midfield, Brazil have the striker Fred, Brazil would have been a better World Cup team this World Cup. And that is a very controversial statement. But think about it.
You did call it, but I will disagree fundamentally with you about Brazil talent. I think where Brazil went wrong, biggest disappointment in this tournament for me is not just Brazil, but Tishi's decision making. And just in that game, the goal that they gave up, the substitution, you put on Fred, you have Bruno Guimaraes and Fabinho both sitting on the bench, and you put on Manchester United Fred. I thought that was foolishness.
Manchester United Fred.
Most exciting.
At this point, it must say all could have walked into on the substitution.
No, not all.
Listen, I don't know what Junior is saying. When you look on Brazil's roster, you and again probably the best team from paper, but on the pitch, I just think they were a little bit too casual for me. Same thing as I said with Spain. So the team who we expected to at least be in the finals, semi-finals, it just never worked. And it's okay because even the Brazil guy in my house was so bad mind. I think even Argentina that played against Mexico, him that root from Mexico. So Brazil out of the World Cup, I could kill.
Just before we go, is Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez the bugs of the tournament?
Yes. Oh, wait there. Junior first. Go, Junior.
I don't want to beat Lukaku so hard, you know.
Beat him.
No, that is a loaded bug of the tournament.
Kevin De Bruyne.
No, you're mad.
Oh, Lukaku. Nobody but Junior. For $100 million man miss. About 6 times he missed.
And the main reason, and maybe Lukaku was injured. Maybe we should probably say Lautaro Martinez the bug of the tournament for the amount of missed chances, right?
No, Saudi Arabia get the bug of the tournament for that. Such a good start. Oh, yo, what gives too much people pass, man?
You just said that they were lucky. I mean, like, you just said that they were lucky. They were sitting above their pay grade. You just said that they were lucky.
But if you they got their Rolls Royce and them good.
Me like the king, but beat
I take it back. I am taking it back. Them come back when they got for cinder block. Listen, I think I would say Lukaku, and this is and this is how it is, right? He had so many opportunities where a clinical striker, you cannot be valid at 100 million, right? You play Champions League, you play with top team, you score the most goals in our league, and you miss chances. Not only one chance, he missed from the six. The six is a place where you can lie down on your belly and blow the ball and it roll in. The six, you cannot be $100 million player and miss. And I get it, Junior. Players miss all the time. I can see where you miss a one shot. How many shots he missed? I'm not talk little things. Maybe it would have got. I mean, like those were clear opportunities. I think it was 4 or 5 clear opportunities Lukaku should have put away. So I give him the bug. I can't see any other player who deserve it than Lukaku. And I'm sorry I have to beat him, but we can't talk about Saudi Arabia because we not expect Saudi Arabia. We not expect Qatar. We not expect them teams that.
Yeah, if you do anything. Yeah.
No, man, he is a player that was in high demand because no Inter is saying that they don't want to keep him. So, you know what I'm saying? So, this is the World Cup. This is where he should have gone to show that I am a valuable player, right? I'm going to help Belgium because even when Kevin De Bruyne come out and say Belgium is old and blah, 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 him should have taken the game by the hands and go out there and him should have shown Chelsea and Inter that I am still this player that you guys paid all this money for. But no, when you go there and see, it's like he's not a clinical, look at a clinical striker. He better than put him in a midfield for bully people because his position is no longer viable. Him not even control it. Him just one time it. That's you know, him not even take down the ball to the ear. Him not even do no fancy twist and turn. The defenders are the goalkeeper, and if you ping the ball upon him, if you just turn and ping it up. That's his role. Because right now, as a striker, Lukaku is just not it. And I have to give him the bug of the tournament because he could have scored 4 or 5 goals to allow Belgium to win the game.
Yeah. Big up Lukaku still, the man himself. I'm a brethren. Love him.
Karoom said CONCACAF World Cup coming with Jamaica going to be there.
No problem.
With the 48 teams.
Enough time now between. There's a lot of time now between now and teams stitch up their spots for 2026. I would love to see the Reggae Boys there.
Can I say this? And we're going to come back to this. If Jamaica does not make the World Cup in 2026, the JFF needs to be disbanded and they need to rename it to either the curling committee, the jump rope committee, or the dandy shandy committee. Because there's no way on earth Jamaica should look this gift in it, because it's a gift. This is a gift. Them expand it, and the 3 other teams that will always give it a hard time, them already gone through. So this is our opportunity. So now they should go there and start look for the players them. So them bring in chunks. So apparently they might do something. But anyhow, we cannot qualify. If we name the JFF, Jamaica Dandy Shandy Federation because it makes
Karamu
no
say you
sense.
can disband the JFF from now. And more one Jamaican football fans, you know, and I am one of them. But what I'm telling you say right now, you know, is, as come on say, is a gift. Not because them expand it to 48. Like you say, come on, football no live on nobody yard. Costa Rica, Panama, Honduras, and them team there. Them see the expansion too, and them want did it. So JFF man, them can sit down there and say, yeah, 48, we're boss. It's not going to be easy. You still have to earn it. Still have to earn it. So, Kerry, line up yourself. Kerry better line up. We do another Netflix series. Our Captain's Part 2.
Captain's 2.0.
Before we go my yard, we have to big up Joel Campbell. This is probably the last time we're going to see him at a World Cup. Joel Campbell, family, CONCACAF baller, youth who's led the line for Costa Rica, tournament after tournament. Come on, your thoughts on Joel and your assessment of him and final farewell for this baller.
Is it farewell though?
Yeah, farewell, and now they want next World Cup, man. Joel Campbell, this is it.
What will it go? What other like a guy named Mingle? Him about 43.
Well, Guzman.
Look at the tall skinny one. Him about 43.
How old is Campbell?
Campbell is what?
Campbell
30.
30. No, I'm 30. Yeah, about 1992. Listen, Joel has not reached the potential I think that we all thought he would. When Arsene Wenger them saw the potential in this Costa Rican player, we expected Joel to, to kind of take off. But I think work permit issues, he just never took off. But he has been resolute. He has been one of the best players for Costa Rica. And it's just unfortunate that they could not do some damage, at the World Cup. But good player, and I hope he stays on, not in the capacity of a player, but someone who can help lead the Costa Rican Federation, because I think he has a lot to give. He loves the game, he's passionate. He talks about Costa Rica like it's his first love. Anywhere he goes in the world, I think he represents Costa Rica well. So I think this is our last work. Maybe not, because Messi is 36? Like I saw. So maybe he has another World Cup in him, but I think Joel Campbell has done well.
Yeah, man. Wayne says Jamaica need a player like Joel. He has the heart that you don't see in Jamaican players. Karamu says Panama, Costa Rica, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, how much we're better than those teams. And BM remind him of Curacao and Haiti.
Yes. Haiti and Haiti, I forgot the footballer's name, but there's a footballer who is now trying to run for the president of the Haitian Football Federation. So they're making plans, making moves. We making moves because we get Chang. And then if we have a player, Omari, if Jamaica can lock in Omari Hutchinson, he's another good piece. But so far, he's doing really well, and I think England's going to hold on to him. But I think Jamaica will get the pieces to play. We can do it. If we make Curacao World Cup, come and say this ban and ton down the Shandy. If we make Curacao reach Trinidad, Haiti, reach the World Cup, and we cannot reach the World Cup, we might as well be a track and field country.
Might as well. Junior, you're quiet over there. Musiala, probably one of the young ballers at the tournament, he didn't win it, but your expectation for this youth going forward?
What would Germany do? We see them box out. Germany should have been passed down to him and my boy.
Which one?
I have him for the left wing.
Left wing for who?
Bayern Munich. I used to play for Man City.
Sané.
Sané, right.
Yeah,
This should have been Musiala and Sané's work. That's why I'm so disappointed in Germany. It should have been Musiala, Sané, and Gnabry and company, right? And them refuse to pass on to the young generation. Yeah, look out for Germany next World Cup because they're young. They have a great young talented team coming up. And I think they're going to come back with blood and water in them eye. Look out for that
Blood in them eye.
Blood and water in them
Water.
eye.
So Kai Havertz is going to be captain.
No,
And
no.
Kai Havertz give a shout out to Canada now before we go over yard. Alphonso Davis and group. Come on. And Junior, don't want to give a shout out to them.
How about a fire upon Canada?
Hey, listen.
Come on, give a shout out. And Junior, don't want to give them the shout out.
Hey, you remember when Jamaica was ahead of Canada in the rankings and Canada was struggling to even beat Jamaica? We remember? We're not shame. Every time we see Canada, Costa Rica, and who else? Japan go out there and we not feel bad. We not feel like, so
I don't remember that still. Come on.
Go on. You don't remember?
I don't remember Jamaica struggling to beat Canada. Canada struggling to beat it.
Yes, Junior. Canada. Yeah, when Jamaica used to play against Canada, whatever, it was a struggle. Yes, Canada was not better than Jamaica, and they decided to invest in their the system, work the system. Remember, Canada was what 20 places beneath Jamaica in a. Come on, Junior. Try remember. And we see where Canada improved. They got the players, the infrastructure, they got the coach, they spent the money, and they went ahead and jumped, skip and hop over it. All know I go host the World Cup. So we need to shame. We need to call them and ask them what is the plan, what them do, how them improve. So big up to Canada. They went out there, they did not lie down and take it. They went ahead and they competed. Big shout out to them. So I'm excited to see how they fare in the next World Cup because they are going to spend some money. And the players that they have, most of them are young, except Atiba Hutchinson, about 100. So I do think Canada deserves a big shout out.
Yeah, man. Junior, I can run through some of the final comments and some of the comments before we go my way out. One big up to the family who stuck with us through the World Cup tournaments. We almost said qualifiers, but this has been a long trot because we did World Cup qualifiers too. We over one channel over yesterday, so. But Junior, run through the final comments as we get ready for the local idiot.
You know what? You know I'm talking about Canada. You try.
Sorry. My apologies.
After this, yo, I don't like how them disrespect Alphonso Davis. So move on, go. Oh, Canadians supposed to be nice. Go. Yo, my born a fire upon Canada, man. And if you don't let me in the country, I care zero because I have never been to Canada and I don't plan to go to Canada. I'm too cold.
Junior, cut it up. These are the views of Junior because I want to come to the World Cup in Vancouver and Montreal. Hey.
Yes.
Remember, well, all my Vancouver people only have 2 weeks of summer. Only no more than me. I'm gonna move on. No, but on a serious note, though, I don't like the reaction to Alphonso Davis.
Okay.
I don't like it. But
those are the views of Junior Pringle and not Ballchat, because Ballchat want to go Canada for the World Cup.
Well, don't let me in. We have internet. We can talk to my Ballchat people through the internet.
Blackout field of Atlanta. Blackout.
Junior, run through some of the last few comments then. We want to highlight and big up the family.
Karim said we want John Herdman for the Jamaica national team coach. Wayne said France is going to be a problem. Karim said Curacao and Haiti better deceive. Come on, you have to remember that those players play for their country. Jamaica's best talent don't play for Jamaica. That's from Wayne. BM said true. Canada was one soft soap team in CONCACAF. JFF are some jokers. Canadians, those are the views of Junior and not Ballchat. So hold on. Just because Canada come with a little idiot side, we're going to go suck up to them.
That's okay. We want them let us in. We want to go. We don't want to go at the border and smoke picture up on the wall. And them can't let me with tickets. You're crazy. Because I have on my wig, but face I got already paint. Only if we go for here say, I am sorry because of the views on Ballchat, you cannot come in. No, Junior.
We
Can't
don't have
afford
a
that.
Junior Flapper show. Those are the
Hey.
views about Junior,
Big
not
up.
Ballchat.
Big up to who wants to swim up Niagara Falls with me from Canada.
Got the New York side.
Now swim
What?
up Niagara Falls.
What a wonderful World Cup family. Big up to all the listeners. Congrats to the one and only Mr. Lionel Andres Messi. Lionel or Lionel or whatever they want to call him.
King Leo.
King Leo, some would call him the GOAT, but big up to Messi. Argentina third World Cup title, 78, 86, and 2002. Big up to Kylian Mbappe for being a wonderful player. You go and chat the road. Why, no ball chat next Sunday because it was Christmas. And then no ball chat for New Year's the following Sunday. We have the local party shop, aka EPL returns on Boxing Day.
What a man ungrateful.
I mean, I will miss the World Cup. I will truly miss the World Cup. Now we have to return to listen to Come On Moan about Chelsea.
I watch Manchester United play Nottingham Forest.
Why don't we pick up the big side? Don't talk with that blue side, no man.
No, football family, we'll be back on January 8th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We will highlight the EPL. And there will be quite a few EPL. Big up to all the Arsenal fans them who right now ready up. Because them say I feed them time again.
Hold on. Gabriel Jesus out for how long?
Oh, I forgot. By the way, big up to an Arsenal fan who just, I don't remember who said it, who said they need to get Enzo Fernandez and Colo in the January. So big up to the family. Big up to all the listeners.
Benton.
Yeah.
Come on. We need to do a poll still because we're not going to be on for 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine what the vibe will be in 2 weeks. Because chances are a lot can happen in that 2 weeks. You know? Arsenal can end up more fifth. Well, not fifth. But we might come back in that 2 weeks. Arsenal fans start crying again.
You know what? And I would love to see it.
Big up us, just run listeners. Arsenal sitting on top of the EPL with 37 points. But it's all about Messi and Argentina. Big up yourself, you. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Junior, what you checking the EPL standing?
But you know me so well. I check the schedule real quick and see who Arsenal play first.
About football listeners, he's telling us the Boxing Day schedule for
Arsenal play West Ham Sunday at 3 o'clock.
Okay. Monday at 3 o'clock. Or Sunday at Christmas.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah, right. Monday, sorry. So they play Monday. Then they play Brighton. Then they play Newcastle. Oh, no, but Arsenal will be all right.
Arsenal should be all right. Gabriel Martinelli will return. Even though Gabriel Jesus is out, then we're going to have to find somebody else gone in. So, big up to the family. Junior, come on. I hit that, we are getting ready for big up to all listeners. Remember to subscribe. Remember to smash the like button. And remember to tell a friend. We do this every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on, again, you are close out today because Argentina are champion. And you've been...
Listen. My baller is... We can't turn on my back. Number 10 on my back. But I must say, it was a team effort, Big up to the players them who step up and help my baller, Messi. Don't want to hear nobody else on. He's the best player in the world right now, hands down. Don't care what go on at PSG. If him don't score no more goal for the rest of the year, I don't care. Man have a World Cup, nothing to prove. That's just it. So big up to Argentina, all the Argentina fans. Big up to Jesus, Maradona. Like a me get the award, don't you? Like a me win the World Cup. But big up to everybody. Big up to the KFC, the bucket of chicken when we use it today and pray over. Big up to the 2 cup of ginger tea when we drink to become chest that hurt me. Football is not for the weaker heart, not the fainter heart. It was just crazy today. But big up
Big up, family. I want to say one big up. I forgot to big up Andres Cantor. He commented on the games for Telemundo, a Spanish language channel here, and he's the same brother who goes go go go. You know,
him and him father.
yes, him and his father. And Andres Cantor is Argentinian, and when Argentina won that game, he was literally crying in the commentary box. You could hear him just overcome with emotion. So, yo, it's a big up to Pablo down in Argentina. Hey, no more pitney, Pablo, no more pitney.
Hey, we must also say that football is one of the sports. I mean, like when a woman left a man, him don't cry, so you know. But football is one of those sports that make grown men cry. I mean, like eye water, nose knot, and boo kind of balling. So it's good. We're going to miss the World Cup, come every 4 years, but, you know, don't worry. Chelsea going to make some of me cry.
Fellas, I got you, fellas. I got you, fellas. The next time the Ballchat is on will be January 8th. On that day, on Thursday, January 5th, Chelsea will be playing against Manchester City. And on January 8th, Chelsea will be playing against Manchester City again in the English FA Cup. We will be talking about 2 games, Chelsea versus Manchester City, January 8th.
I will be crying.
And before we go, one of the funny moments of this World Cup and this final, some workers in France, some ladies of the night, you know, put out a specific offer. You know, if France won the World Cup, there will be free services provided.
So the man them not even come with their money, no.
So they have to go pay it tonight. So
yo, in one kick, it costs you. We don't know like 120 or whatever the cost is.
Yeah, man.
It's worth 120 for broke. Jesus.
Yeah, you know, and for those who are unaware, some sex workers in France are, you know, I'm sure they have you know, they'd say, boy, free if France won the World Cup. So, so someone just have to go find some money now.
Money abroad.
It's supposed to have stored the France bus, the France team bus.
Whoa. What kind of store them I use? What you talking about? Come on. And this is where the Ballchat take a turn for the left.
Yo, football family, big up. We ended the World Cup. Big up to all the listeners. One love, family. We're going where we are now. Next Sunday we're off. The following Sunday we're off. We return January 8th. Discuss EPL and all things football. January 8th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can connect with us on Facebook at Ballchat. We're on Twitter on Ballchat1. We're on Instagram at Ballchat Podcast. Football family, have a safe holiday. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, enjoy your Christmas. Have a safe New Year. Enjoy your New Year. If you eat rum cake, if you're Jamaican and you eat rum cake or you drink a flask of rum, enjoy yourself. Be safe. I want to see your face in the 2023. Come on, big up to your side and your general, Lionel Messi Jr. Come on, we're gone a road now, family.
Neymar still sucks. Later.